Morning, guys. Bink here with Bink's Corvair Addiction. I had just got this all jacked back up on here, and I pulled the axles out yesterday. I showed on other videos. It's just the four nuts. There's four locks on there, and the axles are in there, and you just turn them to get access at through this hole. There's just a deep socket extension, and a ratchet. Pull them off, loosen them. Sometimes a little tricky work to get them out. I am going to clean these up. I'm just going to wire wheel them up. I don't want to bead blast or nothing and get anything even close to the bearings. I do have a couple bad studs in here that are a little stripped out and funky. I did order new ones from Clark's. I went on, they said there was two different sizes, I think, and one said for FCs, and I went and checked, and these ones here are definitely a 1/4 inch longer than the ones that are in there. I'll have to go look back in the book to see the lengths, because I don't know. With these rims, they fit just fine, and with the nut on there, the nut's sticking, the stud is probably sticking out about, I don't know, an 1/8 inch plus. So I don't know if I want them sticking out that far. Depends on the rims I suppose I put on there too. But anyways, so I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna take them out back, I'm gonna wire wheel, clean them up the best I can. I did notice on one of these here, whack my paint. It is dented up here, this cover. So maybe I'll have to, maybe I can get that banged out and straightened up, and or I'll pull one out of the back, see if I have one back there. But that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna wire wheel them and clean them up the best I can, and then go from there. I can try that. I picked up that press, that 20-ton press, and I guess people just take a hammer and smack them out, but maybe I could use the press and press them out too. I don't know if this bearing's gonna be all in the way or not. We'll see. But anyways, that's what I'm doing today. Well, guys, I just started wire wheeling and was getting it nice and clean. And I don't know. I've had this happen maybe once in my life or twice, where I hit something and this flew out of my hand. So I was, I don't know, I just hit it, something moved, and this flew right out of my hand. It bounced, it got me right here, got me right across there. Like I said, it flew, ripped it right out of my hand. This flew right, it worked itself this way, grabbed my shirt, wound it up in here, tighter than crap, all the way around it. Pulled my shirt real tight and was still trying to grind, but it actually stopped it. And I kind of had my arm right here because it was trying to go all over the place. So it got me there, got me right there real good. Like that, just like a second, you know? Like I said, it just caught something here a little bit. And these are slippery. My other ones, I didn't do it to this one. My other ones in the shop, I took a cutoff wheel on a grinder and I scored just little cuts in there just to make it so it wasn't like this, you know? And like I said, I just put this one on, this wire wheel, so it's kind of nasty burly and not as forgiving. So like within seconds, you know, there's yeah, it only takes seconds to get hurt. So wire wheel, I think that's the most dangerous tool in my shop. I wire wheel a lot over the years. I mean, one of these in my hand, was in my metal fabricating every day, probably 3 hours on and off, wire wheel. And I've only had it pop out of my hand a couple of times over these years. Now that's why I like using the foot pedal. We use the foot pedal because anything happens, you take your foot off the pedal and your power's dead. This thing here was wound up so tight around my shirt so it couldn't go anymore. My hand was there, and it was going, and I actually had to go and unplug the cord down there with my other hand. So, and what's today? Wednesday. This is something that happens on Monday, or first thing when you come out and you're not quite all awake, but I was doing something and something turned and knocked it out of my hand. Well, back at it. Just try to be a little safer now. So hey guys, I decided to come in, and this is like what I normally do on them. I put some grooves in there to give you a little grip to hang on to it, because these are pretty slippery, especially with gloves on. So I'm just gonna take and cut a few grooves in here. I said the leather helped for a little bit, but it's such a gnarly new wire wheel. This is the one that was on there. I figured I'm just gonna change it and get some stuff done quicker. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut some grooves in. I'm gonna take that off out of my way. My hand's like right there where I'm holding it, so I want some where my thumbs are. That baby's, it makes it so much better. Right there. Good enough. That'll help, it definitely help keep it in my hand. Yeah, hey, you know, whatever. I don't care what the grinder looks like. I'd rather be safe about it, you know. And I've been cutting grooves in for quite a while, you know. So that's not slippery. Not to say it won't fly out of my hand again, but it's better, safer. Do what you want. It's a Harbor Freight grinder. These are a little bit better ones. I've been having good luck with these Hercules ones. I know what happened. I exactly know what happened now as I was working here. See my, see this? She's swinging in the, I have a fan going here. I have a fan going here to blow my rust dust away. And when I was here working on it like this here, that's what I was doing. I probably got a little close. Now I just noticed that this is blowing. It's blowing like this and catching the wind and blowing it. I've lost like 44 pounds, 45 pounds in the last few months. I grabbed, this is my different one, my other one, my other apron. And I didn't tighten it up back here. Keep her a little tight. So I just noticed when the wind blowing it and catching it, that's probably what happened. It blew forward. This snagged that baby when I was grinding, and just pulled it in. That's what happened. All right. It happens so fast, you know. You just it just happens like that, and it's over with. Other than that, I usually don't get hurt. I'm usually very safety conscious. Years back, I went to my welding shop and I was working on a job. I've just got there in the morning, and I had a cutoff wheel, and I was cutting inside a tube, cutting out something. Kind of, I thought right away, I thought this is kind of a weird angle, and it caught and slipped out, and it got me across somewhere here real good, and I had to go get, I don't know, 6-8 stitches. But other than that, I'm very safety conscious. How's you tightening this up? Much better now. I got her snug. Only thing that's blowing is down there. So I should be good and safe now. Something like, I know that's what happened, because it was flapping pretty loose. Now, could have had a handle on here if I had this like on a vise or something. Put a couple blocks on it. I'm not trying to touch the spline too much, just a little bit. I'll clean that with a wire brush. Two hands on a grinder is better. It's always more control. So what I did on this one is, after I got it cleaned up under here, I wired this up to keep it up there. Because I don't want anything moving around here when I'm wire wheeling to catch to have another incident, you know. Yeah, I can feel her now. She's starting to feel real good. So, got her that cleaned up so far. Like I said, I just touched this a bit up here. I didn't get crazy with it. I'll wire brush it. I finished cleaning this. Clean this a bit. I should probably knock them out right first. Push them out, press them out. And then I clean it up a little nicer. All right, this ain't the most stablest way of doing it. Let me see. Yeah, we'll see if she'll work or not. I haven't used this before. This will be the first time actually using it. I'm in your way. Nice. Nice. I guess you can pound them out too, but if I can just press them out, why not, right? Nice. Wasn't sure if it should be work or not, you know. I bought it used. You never know what you're getting. I have to get some more blocks and stuff for this thing though, for sure. But nice, loving it. She's working. All right, I did the other one, or the one. I didn't even start wire wheeling or cleaning this one yet. I'm gonna pop this one in there and take it off right away. Worked real nice. I said, get some more stabler blocks and put it in there. I hate to drop that down on the spline. That would be horrible. Horrible. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Make sure we're not messing nothing up. There we go. Yeah, wouldn't want to drop this down on the spline. Something like that. Try to keep it in the center. I know. Nice, nice. Works really, really good. I didn't know how she'd work. I mean, I just tried to pump. It worked, but you know, I didn't have no air there at the guy's place, so I didn't know what I was getting. You know, I buy stuff at 50, 75% off on Marketplace and stuff. So, you know, sometimes you gotta fix it or do something, you know. Sometimes they say it works, but I mean, it absolutely looked brand new. They say you used it once. So. See, glad I hung on to that one. That one popped. Sheesh. Okay. Not hung on to her. Might not have went down all the way through anyways, but that kind of scared the crap out of you, I guess. That one was in there. In there. I'm not happy with my rocky thing here. I'll find some more plates, some wider ones, or different things. Yeah, because I can't get that down between there, I don't think. There's a go bring it up, and yeah, I'm almost done. Make sure I'm not on the deal there. I'm still gonna hang on to it. Nice. One more, and we'll get this one cleaned up. Okay. So it'd be more stable. I can't, like I said, I guess I could got it down in there. Got her turned, put a longer piece in there, raised it up. We're a little safer than my wobbly stuff, but she's done. All right, I finished up wire wiggling all these, got them all clean. The one I got the wire on, I stuck that wire on there for the driver's side so I didn't mix them up. I don't know if there's a difference. What I did do is I tagged the yokes and that with the driver's side in case they wear different than the other side. I'm probably gonna stamp a D in here in case I lose the wire. I thought I lost it once already. Yeah, no more injuries. Stay safe out there. Think twice what you're doing, and double check. You know, loose clothing does grab stuff. Long hair too gets wound up and stuff. So be safe. Thanks for watching. Carries a little box of unicorns here since they're so hard to find.
Well, you can see the shiny spots inside that bearing housing?
Yep.
Where the bearing's right in there?
Yep. Yeah, it looks like chrome.
Yep. That's where the bearing did not turn. It just went around in there.
Oh, wart. Okay.
Yep. So that bearing's no good. And we'll see how the housing is.
I was telling Gary it's amazing how the bearing race just sits in this little piece of, it's not very much of anything.
Nope.
And these barrel bearings are so little and tiny for all
what
that,
they do.
all that weight on the back of a
FC. Yep. What you're checking for inside of this here is if this race stuck by the bearings and then it was turned, it would dig a hole in the housing on this.
And that's something that happens sometimes. You get a bad bearing, the whole thing just starts spinning in there.
Right.
The bearings kind of seize up and grab, and something's got to give.
Yeah, that's right. And this one isn't too bad. And a new set of bearings and some grease, probably this would go again. Can't guarantee it for 100,000 miles, but neither did GM. Okay, let's see if I can find you a bad one.
Now these are bearings for FC
Yep.
rear axles,
Yep.
which you can't find pretty much anywhere, it seems to be.
Right.
You can find, if you're lucky to find some used ones on some axles, grab them.
Right. Here's a damn housing that's pretty close to being new. You can still see the machine marks in here.
Yeah. Yep. Like you said, pretty much like new. What
And-
that one's seen better days.
Yep. That's one that everything and then tried to come out.
Were you ever driving one when it went south?
No, but I've had a buddy that drove one, and the axle wheel, the brake drum, and everything came out on his going down the road.
Okay, so what's all got to come apart for an axle to pull out? Doesn't the bolt hold it in at the end of your axle into the yoke?
Right.
Yeah, but that all came apart too.
Yeah, it just came right out of the rear end.
The whole thing just fell apart.
Yeah. Had no brakes, nothing. Had to haul it home on the back of a what do you call it?
Flatbed.
Flatbed, yeah.
So hey guys, that was just Gary giving us a little schooling or teaching me about FC bearings a little bit. It's very informative. It's been a very good teacher working with me so far. I got a lot to learn, but I had posted out on a group about tearing them apart. What do you think? If you know, how would you do it? Would you just, because I heard some people just pop them open, drill out the rivets, and clean what you can, and re-grease with a needle greaser. And it's been like 50-50 on, I posted on Corvair, and you know, I get it. Yeah, do it right, pull it apart, and you know, clean everything and re-grease it. But thing is, I'm trying to get this done and to get out at the show. And they said, some people had said, if the bearing seems like it's fine, if it doesn't, you know, when you turn it in that, and they do seem fine, but you know, I like to do things the right way. But I'm kind of in a time crunch, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order a needle greaser, the needle deal, and I'll pop these apart and look at it and clean what I can clean. See if I can straighten one of these caps is a little dented up. If that comes off, I clean and straighten that. This is the tool that you got to use for pulling the bearings. This is Gary's. He let me borrow it. If I go ahead and do this in the future, I don't think I'm gonna do it right now. If I do it in the future, I will do a video on completely tearing apart. I did order a 6165 FC axle bearing kit from Clark's. It comes with, they give you a little, I ordered two sets, you gotta order individually, I do believe. But they give you a little bit of grease. There is some, looks like some shims in there. And it looks like they give you, I don't know, there's like maybe a dust cover for the back or something, or I don't know. And then there's your two rivets and a rubber O-ring in here. So I have those. I am going to, well, I gotta get the grease in the tube, but I am gonna use this Valvoline multi-vehicle automotive with Molly fortified gray grease. And I asked, you know, is this fine? Because everyone, Gary says use with Molly. And everybody says, well, any grease is better than what they used to use, and this and that. And so this is the stuff I'm going with, and that's what I'm gonna do. So what I did do is, it's just one thing after another here with me, but the one of these I marked, I had a wire on this one here was out of the driver's side, and I wanted to mark a D on there so to keep it together. Gary said it does not matter, mix match, put them whichever way you want, but I was going to put the driver's side back on the driver's side along with the same yoke and everything on the end, and I tagged all that to keep it that way. And I went and I grabbed this one here. This is the passenger side, and it's got a nice D on there now, stamped in there. It's just been one thing after another, it seems to be around here. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta put the new studs in. Gary says the ones that are a little bit longer, that's fine, they're a 1/4 inch longer. And Clark says those are the ones maybe these were in proper size on there. So I'm gonna put those on there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Banks Corvair Addiction.